right. Welcome to Neurotic News. I know that I said that maybe we wouldn't get another episode in, but we ended up getting another one in. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, we did it.
We did it. Yay. Yeah, I been reading a lot about China lately, and something caught my eye. You know, China fascinates me. And one of the things they're doing over there now is they've got a helmet they're getting test subjects to wear, and they measure their brainwaves while they're watching porn,
Yeah,
so they can try and work out what brainwaves are used when you're watching porn and aroused.
yeah, like a helmet that.
Yeah.
So they'll
So,
have to study which brainwaves first because they don't know what they are yet.
yeah. They're discovering the brainwaves that go off when you're watching porn, so they can use that technology to
Right.
ban porn.
Yeah.
So they can go, you're watching porn, I can see the brainwaves.
The danger with that is if you're on the spectrum, doing a Sudoku puzzle could trigger those same brainwaves.
Right. Yeah.
So there's going to be a few savants
Yeah.
that'll get caught up in that.
Going to re-education camps.
Yeah.
Who are asexual savants who are simply trying to work out an algorithm.
Yeah. I guess you can't make an omelet without breaking a couple of eggs, eh?
Yeah, a couple of autistic eggs.
Yeah, crack.
Crack.
But yeah, I guess that's just every revolution has its
downsides. I mean, it's honestly like, that's the thing. China, if you look at it as a dictatorship with a strong police state, surveillance, a genocide against a minority with an expanding military that's deeply intertwined with the government and the private sector, it's identical to Nazi Germany. But it makes Nazi Germany look like a fucking kindergarten because, in China, they're going to have surveillance, video, AI watching through footage with facial recognition. Their state owns Facebook. Like in Nazi Germany, Hitler didn't have access to see, Bernstein checked into the bagel shop.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's like,
you know what I mean? Like they didn't have that technological power.
Yeah, they couldn't see where Bernstein was. They
Yeah.
had to like check every house,
Right.
Because you didn't get Bernstein checks in.
Yeah.
At the Berlin Times or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, because Berlin was like, but it's like totalitarian. I mean, Nazi Germany was like analog China.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Nazi Germany was the analog version, like the FM radio.
So there's some slop.
Yeah.
On that.
Right. Whereas China's like investigating actual mind control.
Yeah. They've got like granular detail. They're like, you had gamma waves in your brain
when you were watching that.
Yeah.
Women orgy.
Gangbangs and stuff. That's the gamma waves.
Yeah. Yeah. You're under arrest.
Yeah. I think,
you get guys like Spargo, our mate Joel Spargo, who's on, he's going to have to wear a tinfoil hat, literally.
Yeah.
Because he's a porn addict and so
to
on.
block out.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing that measures them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll have to use protective. It kind of makes sense, like on the natural evolution of like, you go from incognito mode, and then the next step is you put like a little duct tape.
You put a bit of blue tack over the webcam in case someone hacks it.
The next step is naturally to wear a tinfoil hat to block the gamma wave detector.
Right.
So you can whack off to X videos without getting tasered.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever it does to punish you.
Yeah.
Does it tase you or something?
I don't know if the helmet's compulsory. I wonder if they're thinking of developing a device where they can just sense brainwaves somehow.
I could imagine it being almost like a dog collar thing that tases you every time.
Right.
You watch a gangbang or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Compulsory dog collars.
It tases you, an alarm goes off, and then security people come and take you out of your house and take you to a re-education camp. So it's this hardcore thing.
Yeah, because I mean, porn. I guess you think that like getting caught wanking is probably the worst thing that could ever happen.
Yeah.
But then you get caught wanking and they're like, get on the ground. We saw that you were watching big butt sluts dressed as nuns and that you like getting pegged videos.
They list your idiosyncratic porn interest.
And, your brainwaves stimulated by the weird,
Yeah.
dominatrix wearing a gag stuff. You like that? We know you're under arrest, and you're going to be re-education camp where they're going to be like, sit down.
Yeah, they got the knee in the back of
Yeah.
your neck. They're like, you like dominatrixes, don't you? And then the guy gets a boner because he's into it.
Yeah.
He's into being.
Yeah. He's like, oh no, not this.
Yeah.
Oh God, help, please.
Can you take it to the re-education camp to be tortured again? No.
Yeah, yeah. He's like purposely like emitting the brainwaves as publicly. He's got like fucking, coat hanger, like he's trying to invent his own thing so he can send the brainwave signals out as big as possible so more secret police come and arrest him and he can jack off to it later.
Yeah.
Because there's every type of fetish, man.
Yeah.
There would be fetishes back in the Soviet Union day to people that would, there would be a fetish where people like getting arrested.
Yeah.
That fantasy and shit.
Especially because, like, it's in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It's just, there's a knee back in the back of your head.
Yeah, it's like, this isn't too bad.
You're like, where am I going? Fuck. Like, there's a Hessian sack over your
Yeah, oh
head.
my God, don't take me. Where are you going to take me?
There'd be an interrogation fetish.
For sure.
Like,
well, there's
ooh,
every
jumping
fetish you can think of.
cables?
People fuck. There's a woman who married a Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
And then someone was telling me last night that there was, because we're talking about fetishes, and there was one where people were aroused by images of lizards fucking like weird elves and shit, like lizards fucking.
Yeah.
Like it's so obscure you can't even. And that's why I say if there are aliens and they arrive, someone will fuck them. That's one thing we know about humans. One thing we know about humans, if there's like ever a discovery that there's galactic species, that'll be the same. Whatever it is, humans will fuck it.
People are like, what will the aliens look like? Doesn't matter.
We'll fuck them.
Yeah. Even if it's an orb that just gravitates and like it's just a hovering image.
Or a slug like Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
Like a greasy slug. If someone's will fuck a car, which they will do.
Yeah.
If someone's fucking a car, they're going to fuck Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather fuck Jabba the Hutt than a car.
And Jabba the Hutt will be down to fuck too. I imagine.
I reckon Jabba the Hutt's down
like
to fuck.
intergalactic squids are DTF.
I reckon they are too, man. Like, because he had Princess Leia and all that.
Yeah.
In a bikini, hanging around.
That's
he was enjoying that.
Yeah. That is not the action
of someone who's... He's not an asexual slug.
No.
And so on.
Although often villains in films are asexual.
Really?
Like, don't you reckon? Like,
there's a vibe of asexual because their real kick is power.
Yeah, they're too busy, like, dominating the world and stuff.
Yeah, to want to fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so on, yeah.
But yeah, I think, you're right. And also it's like weird now is just, it's that, what you were saying about how they'll be able to just see with details what people are doing.
The greater the technology, the greater the risk of embarrassment. Like you think about it, like back in the day, a cave painting or a story, that was the worst that could happen to you. And so I'm just trying to track technology, how it relates to embarrassing.
Yeah.
You get caught fucking a tiger or something, like as a caveman, and then they draw a cave painting of it.
But even then, there's plausible deniability. Cause like, who was that?
Yeah, that weird stick figure. That's Akmug.
It could have been, Gorgosh.
Gorgra. That's Gorgra. That's not me.
That was me. We got the same hair.
You can't even tell from the cave painting.
Yeah.
Then, ironically, thousands of years later, people are like, oh my God, it'd be important. But it was just a dude who fucked a pig or something and got ridiculed.
But now it's been interpreted as the circle of life or
something.
Because it's the year of the pig. No, he's fucking it.
Yeah. It's not a profound, original human consciousness coming awake of a cave painting hundreds of thousands of years old.
Yeah.
It's just like our graffiti. It's the equivalent of us drawing a dick. Kylie sucks dick phone number. That's what the cave paintings would be.
Yeah, I see what you mean. The embarrassment's vague.
Right, yeah, I'm getting off topic. But yeah, the embarrassment is vague because the technology is just a cave painting. Then get forward in time. Letters. You can't accidentally send a letter to the wrong person with details you didn't mean to write.
Yeah, there's too much friction.
It takes too long and thought because the technology is not as
No one was getting like a dick pic from a carrier pigeon that was not meant for them.
Yeah.
And it was like, of course, a drawn dick.
Right. Like back in the day, a politician someone wouldn't reveal dick pics that they'd mailed over time and had drawn by an artist
Mm.
for the wrong person, and someone got a hold of it and released it to the press. Look
Yeah,
at this
yeah,
beautiful painting of Sir Rubber, Sir Roger's fucking dick pic.
yeah,
You see what I mean? But then you get cameras and the internet, and the risk of embarrassment is huge because you can get a dick pic sent to the wrong person, then they can copy it and send it to literally your dick, or fucking something you said could be seen by billions of people.
yeah. It's not a discrete variable anymore. Like it's not
Yeah.
just one. It can be
The embarrassment is magnified.
literally 3D printed embarrassment.
Yeah, you could print the dick
Billions of times.
billions
Literally.
of times.
Billions of people get the dick pic in some cases.
We're at a stage in technology where the level of embarrassment is your weird dick, hypothetically, could be printed and then shot thousands of times, a big ball of your dick into space, and it could be orbiting a planet.
Someone could have a genetic replica of your dick on their bedside table.
Right, that's possible.
Because
that's
they got the code.
And how much worse is that than a poorly worded letter?
Yeah.
So as technology goes on and on, the risk for you to be embarrassed is greater, to the point where like they're already talking about connecting your thoughts to the internet. So you'll have an embarrassing desire, and then it'll just boom, sent to everyone in your contacts by mistake.
Yeah.
Your thought, big butt sluts dressed as nuns, boom.
It's on the group chat.
It's on the group chat.
Because you
at
thought
work.
Much easier to accidentally click send on a thought
than a letter.
Yeah. Like letters very hard. Text a bit easier to
You typing, it's a bit slower.
You just forgetful. Then
Yeah.
thinking hard to
like and bigger embarrassment because the thought is more intimate than, hey, what's up, baby? It's like, piss on me or whatever, the thought is.
So you better have a good night's sleep if you trying to rein in your thoughts.
Yeah.
Like you'd literally have to become a Zen monk not to leak them.
Yeah.
Because how Zen monks can literally go, no, I'm not going to think of big butt sluts. Like they're in the temple going, no, big butts. But like, you have a hangover. Next minute, it's big butt, big bits. Like it's just all leaking out.
Yeah. You accidentally big butt sluts send. Oh, what?
Because you've got repetitive, intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
That are leaked.
I see what you mean. Like if you meditate, you can control your thoughts better and make sure that
the Chinese government's not aware of them.
Yeah.
Which is helpful.
Government.
Which is helpful.
Yeah. I mean, talk about fascism. The Chinese government's trying to analyze thoughts.
Imagine if Hitler knew what Anne Frank was thinking.
Yeah.
He's like, she's writing a diary.
Yeah. So Anne Frank's diary would have been online as a blog, could have been hacked and so on.
Yeah. I feel like with the Ukraine thing, it's people are really surprised by it. And I think the thing that I think is surprising about it is it's the first time a country with a McDonald's has bombed another country with a McDonald's.
Right. Yeah, that's so interesting. I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah. Usually it's a country with a McDonald's bombing a country with like a Baba Ganoush stall.
Right. I see what you mean.
Like in a food market.
Yeah.
Like it's weird to, just have two societies at that level of like Western development where they've got shopping malls and.
Yeah. Two countries that are so westernized, they both have McDonald's and they're bombing each other as opposed to, an underdeveloped country that's like got a hummus shack or whatever it is that.
Yeah. Yeah. A bazaar.
Yeah. A bizarre market.
It's sort of, when it's at that level, it seems bizarre. For some reason, to see like a photo of a McDonald's with like a bomb, like
shopping centers,
like
McDonald's,
with chemical weapons, like
a very westernized, firstly developed countries bombing each other seems scarier.
The streets literally look like Amsterdam or something, but there's just a bomb going off. At a shopping center.
Well, we're so used to like the previous wars all being in foreign countries.
Yeah.
It's
always Fallujah.
Yeah.
You never see like a Macca's in Fallujah.
Right.
It's always like
just
this weird hut.
Yeah.
That's now like a drone strike. You're like, oh yeah, but it's a hut.
You can't. It doesn't trigger as much. It's not. Doesn't feel as close to home.
Yeah, people are like, oh, it was just a hut.
Subconsciously, they are though,
No, they are
because
because
that was the whole thing: is that America was running around Western countries, Vietnam, Korea, Afghanistan, Iraq,
yeah,
these Iran, trying to,
there was no urban development where it was.
Somalia,
The urban development in Ukraine is indistinguishable from Brisbane.
right?
Like it could be it looks. Some of the pictures look like.
That looks like Carindale.
Yeah, I'm like that looks like Carindale. Like they
Mm.
bombed a Carindale,
They bombed a Carindale by mistake.
and it's like that freaks people out because people aren't like, oh yeah, we've got the Baba Ganoush stall here to relate to when
Right.
they're thinking of the Iraq and Kuwait and all that stuff. There
Right.
was no McDonald's there to make it seem crazy to
Yeah.
people, and
Mhm.
that's just people being fucked up
Yeah.
in the head. But I think there's also an idea of where like once a country gets a McDonald's, it's God's way of saying history's over for you.
Right.
You've got the Happy Meals now. Don't worry about history.
Yeah. Because now you're just going to be.
You've finished the video game.
It's gonna
Here's your
be-
McDonald's.
Right. You're in the final stage.
Yeah. Whereas Kuwait and all them, it's like, no, you're not finished the video game. We have more bombs for you.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
And just random strikes on like your buildings, and who knows if there was an enemy there, kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Whereas the Ukraine, it's like, oh, I thought you were finished. You had the Maccas, you had the
I see what you mean. Yeah.
super urban developed, cities that look like Melbourne and Vancouver and stuff.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you're getting bombs, so it's like, oh, no one's.
Well, normally westernized nations aren't at war with each other, and it's bigger superpowers taking advantage of countries like that. It's kind of what you're saying.
Yeah,
Like America and the UK and Europe have traditionally taken advantage of poor or kept nations underdeveloped, and
well, I think that especially with like
well, that's what World War II was, wasn't it? It's just like
that was
Europe on Europe.
that was McDonald's versus McDonald's or whatever the version
Yeah.
of that was
Yeah.
at that time. But I think it's like when you watch Top Gun now, the second one,
Hmm.
like they don't show the enemy.
Yeah, I found that so interesting. They're like, there's a nuclear site. They're developing nuclear weapons. Who are they? What language do they speak? You never see them.
You don't want to.
There's no cliche. This is the Russian Arabic terrorist bad guy, 2-dimensional. I'm going to kill everybody. Fucking foreign enemy. There was none.
But then in Zero Dark 30, they do show the enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. They show
Yeah.
like Ahmed with the Hessian Zach over his head.
Yeah, but those days I reckon are over.
But don't you think that was because they were like, oh, terrorists aren't really a threat. Like we can provoke them by showing them as enemies.
Right, and whereas you saying China, or if you provoke China or something,
Yeah.
they're going to be like,
They don't want to provoke the big boys.
right, yeah, yeah,
They're like, no, terrorism isn't really a threat, really, when you think about it. It's just like
Right.
a couple of pipe bombs under a diplomat's car.
right. Whereas like with China, it's like this is
Yeah.
an insult trading partner, like big state.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think no one ever thought that like Sharia law would take over Washington, D.C. and stuff
Right.
and like have a caliphate. No one actually thought
Yeah.
that would happen.
But if China and Russia
could do
invaded
that.
Western Europe,
And that's why we don't show them.
Yeah, we don't want to piss them off. It's
Yeah.
like pissing off the big guy in the schoolyard.
It's interesting, eh?
Yeah, it is. Or it could be wokeness, where it's like, oh, it's racist to depict
Russians.
Russians or Chinese or what, or even old school Arabic stuff like that's all. Like maybe they made it in time where it's like, who is the enemy?
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of thing. Because I mean, for years they always used to just pick on Russia. Now Russia's like, yeah, come on,
Yeah, you want to remake the Jackal?
yeah, go
Remember
on, I
that?
dare ya.
You remember the Jackal?
Yeah, or Die Hard, wasn't he a Russian villain?
It was like the Jackal was like Russian oligarchs paying for a guy to kill the vice president.
Yeah,
And they were all like Russian-y and...
yeah. Oh, the old Russian supervillain fucking 2-dimensional thing is real.
Yeah.
Big time. But I've noticed they've cut that out lately.
Because they're actually scared.
Yeah.
No one was scared back then.
Yeah.
In the 90s.
Yeah, they weren't like, Russia's not going to.
But
'Cause
now if you did
yeah.
it, they're like, maybe they'll like nuke Brisbane or
They'll
something.
bomb. They'll nuke Brisbane. One of the things that I thought was funny, not funny, but during the pandemic, there was a rise in radicalization of far right. So whether it be like Islam or Nazis or whatever, the far right rose because of the solitude and the internet, which is a
Yeah.
funny thing to me because it's just like leave a human being alone for long enough just with the internet, they become a dangerous terrorist
Sounds like
over
an
time.
old proverb.
Yeah,
Like
like
teach a man to fish or
yeah,
leave a man alone and he'll become a crypto fascist long
yeah,
enough. And a Wi-Fi password.
yeah. Leave a man alone, he'll learn how to build a pipe bomb
Yeah, yeah.
out of an old slow cooker.
And put it to use for his crypto fascist ends.
Yeah, it's like they say, leave a million monkeys in a room typing, they'll eventually type Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah, racist version.
leave incels in a room with just the internet, they'll eventually shoot people.
Or write Mein Kampf.
Rewrite my Mein Kampf.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I think the pandemic, because it gave so many people free time.
Free time in the internet equals
There was another
Nazis.
virus occurring
Yeah.
that was spreading exponentially.
And one of the things that happened outside Victoria, outside Melbourne, was that, and this was on the news and stuff, 20 or 30 Nazis hiked up a popular hike to the
Yeah.
top and with Nazi flags and were intimidating hikers and stuff. Which I always thought was pretty funny because it's like, that's the last place you expect Nazis, isn't it? You want to get out of the city, get away for a nice hike, get away from the Nazis.
A green change.
Yeah, and there they are.
A tree change, yeah.
Doesn't seem fair on hikers, does it?
Well, yeah, you go and get your hiking kit, and
yeah,
you've got your fanny pack full of granola bars. Like you're preparing.
Yeah, and then you're like,
nice walk.
You're not preparing to run into Nazis.
You're like, let's go for a forest bathe. Let's get our forest bathing quota done. Commune with nature, relax, de-stress.
Good view.
Working at Ernst & Young or whatever.
Yeah.
Go for a nice, like, leisurely hike.
Oh, no, there's Nazis.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, well, it's kind of insulting to that sort of indoor rock climbing, hiking type group.
North Face jacket.
Yeah, because they're not turning up to death metal concerts, with their granola bars.
Yeah, right.
Setting up a picnic blanket and thing going, well, we're just coming to your thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you stay in your thing.
Offering them trail mix and stuff.
Yeah. Just at a death metal concert in the mosh pit with trail mix.
Yeah.
Wearing those weird shoes that have toes.
And the crutches.
And the weird things you can walk.
Ski walk hike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's
Where are they going to be next? At the day spa. Trying to have a sauna and a massage, and instead of Enya playing sail away, it's Mein Kampf.
Yeah, it's Rammstein or whatever.
Yeah. Spack just over the. It's like, fucking what are Nazis doing?
I'm trying to get a magnesium bath going here. Float tank.
Trying to have a float tank.
Yeah.
Mein Kampf's playing over the loudspeaker.
Yeah.
The receptionist has got no hair. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not chemo. It's
It's Nazi.
It's ideology.
It's ideology, not chemo.
That should be. There's a small perceptible difference.
Yeah, two different diseases.
Yeah. So it's. Yeah, I think that's the next step because you're going for a nice walk and then.
Do you think that maybe the Nazis are targeting inner city left leaning? Like, will they start turning at the cafes where you've got your dog and your dog treat?
Yeah.
Feeding your dog treat, and there's a Nazi there carving a swastika into his skull.
Yeah, you don't want a knife. You don't want the barista to like put a swastika in your cappuccino instead of a love heart.
Yeah,
you're like, this cafe has changed.
They always say show on Instagram and stuff like amazing coffee art. It's a swastika.
Yeah,
or Hitler's face, perfectly done. It's like, wow, this is so amazing. You did this in the foam.
Yeah, this was a safe space. Yeah, you don't want like neo-Nazis getting into the wellness movement and stuff.
Nah,
but I could imagine it happening actually.
You're like doing yoga,
eating the
organic.
This is gonna make us
super. It's the super race.
Yeah,
the super beans. One of the things I noticed on Facebook during the height of Islamic terrorist paranoia, there was a Facebook page I never forgot that was called Sikhs Against Islam or something like that. I never forgot it because it was a website, a Facebook page that said, "Hey, we're Sikhs. We have turbans too, but we're not Muslims. Don't be racist towards us, but we also hate Muslims."
Yeah.
So it was this weird thing of like, don't be racist towards us. Racism is bad, but let's join together and be racist towards this other group.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like it's almost like they're sick of being mistakenly targeted, kind of
Yeah,
thing. So
they
they're like,
were. Yeah.
we'll overcompensate by saying we agree with the people targeting us.
Hey, we agree with you, but it's not us.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like what you're doing, but yeah, you've just you set my restaurant on fire. You know?
Yeah, yeah, and it's
So
not the right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like
It's just crazy not to acknowledge that you're a victim of prejudice and be like, prejudice being, normally the reaction is, oh, isn't it shitty when people are prejudiced? But they're like, no, prejudice is good.
yeah,
Just like, let's,
just redirect it to its to
yeah,
correct. They're more about like being accurate with your prejudice,
yeah,
like aim inside the bowl.
yeah.
Don't get the piss on the floor or whatever. Like you're
Right.
pissing on the floor, and now
Yeah.
I got to get a new restaurant, and people think I burnt it down. I didn't. It was an arson attack from a skinhead group.
Yeah.
People saying I burned it down for the insurance. No,
Yeah.
it's not the case.
In this weird hypothetical world,
Yeah,
this Sikh owns
I don't know why I
a
added
restaurant.
complicated
Yeah.
detail of he was
Yeah,
may have
like
burnt it down
insurance
as
fraud
well.
and stuff into
Just
the
complicate.
racism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's I think that does happen though with people where if as soon as they get included into the group, they close the door on the next group
Oh,
as well.
I've heard. There's a famous comic, fucking. What's his name? Maz Jobrani,
Yeah,
famous Iranian comedian, great guy, good comic, and he had a bit about how he's like Iranian, and he's like, all Iranians, well, now they're in America, they're Americans, they're like, no to immigration, which is like this kind of thing of like, we're here now,
yeah,
but not you too, kind of
yeah.
thing.
It's the old like the building's on fire, you shut the door
Yeah,
on other people
yeah, right.
that are trying to get out.
Yeah.
For some reason, you're like, I'll just lock it because it feels good to be out. And it would feel good to have them burn as well.
Right.
Now that I'm safe.
God, it's so fucked up, but it's funny.
It must just be a psychological phenomenon. Hey?
Yeah, like we've made it, but not you too.
They're like, don't deprive us of a chance to be prejudiced as well.
You know,
Like,
you know
we
what?
have the right.
Yeah, you know what? Fucking, I've talked about this before about prejudice and like corporations kind of jumping on the we're with the Mardi Gras and we're anti-racism and like having ads like gay people are okay here at Nestle, like whatever, like they use wokeness. And you were saying how you read a guy who was working for Nike and people were ridiculing him like, oh, you work for a company famous for slave labor, and he was like, Nike's a storytelling platform.
Yeah.
That enrages me so much.
Yeah, it's just all these. Everyone's got a story now, and no one reads.
Yeah, everything's about stories, but nobody
They're
reads.
like, let's hear your story. It's like, have you read a book?
It's about stories.
Yeah, everyone's got. I want to hear stories. We want more stories. People say that.
Stories.
We need more stories from people. Just stories. We'd like to hear some stories.
Yeah, why don't you read a story?
It's really just storytelling.
To say Nike's a storytelling platform makes me want to kick his head in.
Lord of the Rings is a storytelling platform because it's a book with stories in it.
Yeah, the ultimate platform.
Yeah, and you can step
on
on
it. A shoe isn't that, is it really?
Yeah.
Like what's the story of a Nike shoe? Environmental destruction, slave labor, climate change from shipping it around the planet and so on.
Yeah.
It's a good book, that one.
Yeah.
Love that story. Is there going to be a sequel?
Yeah. It sounds like a good story. Was that nominated for the Pulitzer? the farm to table narrative on your shoe.
Yeah.
Was that nominated for a Pulitzer?
That guy should be, if I had my dictatorship, that guy would be arrested and re-educated to not be a
Yeah.
fucking wanker.
Yeah. I think, see, because he presents as a good old bloke, it's all fine. Because he's a
Right.
nice guy,
Right.
you know? Everyone's such a nice, like, oh yeah, no, I'm doing it for mental health.
It is that kind of vibe, isn't it?
I'm a woke bloke with a...
I'm in a city and I'm interested in other people's stories.
Yeah.
Even if it means my shoe, or designing a shoe to tell that story.
Yeah, it's okay to be like just working for a corporation that's doing bad shit.
Now it is, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you know, Mercedes and all that.
Yeah.
They were like the official sponsors of Nazism.
Yeah. And Hugo Boss and all that.
But it's fine.
It's fine.
They were just sponsoring it.
But the idea of
leave them alone. It's a good car.
Yeah. It's a nice suit. Because the idea of like selling out or being a corporate shill is dead.
Yeah.
Like in the 90s, if a band did an ad, it would be you wouldn't buy their records. It's like, because they're fucking ad for Kmart. What the fuck? But now, the other day I saw who's that rapper? Jay-Z doing an ad for Hewlett Packard.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, we got to keep my fucking business in check with my Hewlett Packard, my fucking laptop.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fucking gangster rappers used to sling crack?
It's actually, yeah. It's actually, well, now it's cooler to do an ad for Hewlett Packard than it is to not. Isn't it?
It's weird, eh?
Because it's like, wow, that's the hustle. You're making money. Cool.
Yeah.
You worked for Nike. What a great job.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, eh?
That element is fine.
Well, Dr. Dre's an employee of Apple.
Yeah.
Who saw that coming?
Yeah.
Who saw that coming? No one could have predicted that. Or Snoop Dogg doing ads for Uber Eats. Like my son knows Snoop Dogg from the Uber Eats or Deliveroo, whatever it is, ad. That's how my son knows Snoop Dogg.
So if you took him to a Snoop Dogg concert, he'd be like, why is the menu log guy rapping?
Yeah. Why is he smoking that stuff and dancing weird?
Yeah.
It's like, you didn't know Snoop Dogg. Because when I was a kid, Snoop Dogg was gin and juice. Walking down the street, smoking endo, sipping on. Just smoking weed, drinking, and fucking women.
Yeah.
And now he's like, got to get that sausage roll, motherfucker, delivered immediately.
He's got the backpack on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, that's interesting. Like Snoop Dogg is this eternal figure throughout time that represents different eras.
Yeah.
Throughout time.
Well, there's no stigma to it anymore.
No.
And I think even if someone does an ad now, no one even knows they're doing it half the time.
Yeah.
Because it's so fractured and stuff.
Yeah. No one's like, whoa, did you see that ad with... It's just like, oh yeah, that's one piece of a billion pieces of information my brain received today.
Yeah, I didn't know you were the poster boy for Adidas. I had no idea. I'm not on fucking, Paramount Plus or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? Like
you don't have that particular...
Yeah, I'm not down that rabbit hole of that advertising route.
Because your targeted ads can be a gentle ribbing.
Yeah.
What targeted ads you do get.
Yeah, you get a targeted ad like for, a genital wart cream and you're like, really? Okay. But it's good because
what are you trying to say about me?
Because you're actually like, well, fuck, I should book a visit to the GP because Google knows more about me than I know myself.
Right.
So obviously I do have genital warts.
Right. I better get it checked out.
Yeah, because like these targeted ads, but it is insulting too. It's like, whoa, like it hurts your feelings. It's funny for an algorithm to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
Because it has no sentience.
No.
But just its collected data, the full
what it's worked out about you is you would like one of those suicide pods from Sweden that you can lie in and press a button and die.
Yeah.
So that's a weird ad for me.
Just because you Googled I am sad.
Yeah. It's like, do you want a suicide pod?
Yeah. That's a bit insulting because imagine if your friend was like, man, you thinking of killing yourself?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you're going to help me out? No, but I know this guy can help you.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you would be, right?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like a mate coming up to you and going, hey, man, I've been watching what you shop and been hanging around with you and the things you say and shop and buy. And yeah, do you want to kill yourself? Have you got a wart on your dick?
Yeah. No,
Like imagine if a friend said, "I've seen some of the things you've said and what you've been doing, and I think you should see a doctor to get your warts looked at."
yeah, you'd be like, man, fuck,
Yeah.
that is a gentle ribbing.
Yeah. Whoa.
Same with the suicide pod. It's like you're like, I'm not that depressed. You know, like
Yeah.
Google.
Or am I?
Like
Yeah.
you're because if you've advertised a holiday discount to Norway, and then the next ad was a suicide pod that you can only get in Norway. So you're
Right.
advertising the journey too
Yeah.
to the suicide pod.
It's giving you all the pieces.
They're like flights Norway, and you're like,
cheap.
oh, why
so
Norway?
on. Yeah.
I saw an ad for Qatar Airlines the other day. I was like, I guess I'm going to Qatar.
Yeah.
Like I have no plan, but I guess I will be
Well, maybe
because
in
it
the
knows
future,
I'm going.
the algorithm's like, this is what you want. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that.
Hopefully, it won't be to kill yourself. It's like, just kill yourself. Trust me, it's the best thing.
It's really good for you.
Yeah.
Just with
For you right now. Yeah.
As we saw you Google, because genital warts is incurable.
Yeah.
And suicide pods are a cure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think also Google's like a confessional booth.
Yeah.
Now where you put the thing in and then it spits and then it's God whispering the targeted ad back.
Right.
So it's like genital wart cream because you're like, why does my dick
it's
look
like
weird? Genital wart cream.
You never
God.
want someone to know your full search history. You search everything in there, how to be confident, like whatever, you know, like all these things, like what I want, what do people think of, you know, like everything, news on, you know, everything.
Yeah.
It's like going to confessional. Hey, how do I pick up women?
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know.
How can I stand up for myself to the barista and then God whispering back, watch this video.
Yeah.
With two incels deconstructing Don Draper's behavior at a cocktail party.
Yeah. See what he does right here is he touches him gently on the shoulder, which asserts dominance.
Yeah.
I've never been outside or ever had sex.
Yeah.
But listen to me before the shooting spree. It'll make a lot more sense.
Look at them at a 45-degree angle. That humiliates them on a subliminal level.
Yeah.
Like or whatever, using
the
rules
weird,
and shit.
yeah.
Because, yeah, you go to the priest, to the confessional, you go, I masturbate too much. It's not like, then you go, also, how do you make your dick bigger? Like, you don't ask for tips on how to increase size.
Well, the difference is that at a real confessional in Catholicism, you go, you know, I'm masturbating too much. The priest doesn't go, would you like some lube?
Yeah.
Like, you know, oh, interesting.
Right.
Yeah, like he's adding back. He's not like, oh, forgive you, you know, like stop.
Yes.
He's like, keep going, but here's things that may help. There's that weird thing that looks like a cabbage, fake vagina, toy.
We sell them.
At the back of the church.
Yeah, it's next to the wine and
the holy
and the
waters lube.
Yeah, it's
or
like,
whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the priest is offering you.
Well, yeah, Google's the confessional booth plus tips.
Yeah,
it's like
plus products for you.
Why do my friends hate me? And also, like, does this penis pump? Is it like peer reviewed?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Third party peer reviewed penis pumps.
Or whatever.
I like the link between those two. My friends hate me. Try enlarging your penis. That does sound like a computer solution.
Yeah.
Based on everything we know about humanity, if you had a bigger dick, they wouldn't.
Yeah, because you'd act differently.
Yeah, big dick energy.
Actually improves your...
There's no way a priest was like, yeah, I've read your confessionals about you feeling down about your friend. Heard your confessionals about you feeling down about your friends. Have you tried enlarging your penis?
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And also here's some Viagra and so on.
Yeah, he just goes, okay.
Yeah.
I now
try better.
It's weird that the church for thousands of years had everyone's secrets and just failed to monetize them.
Yeah, and just kept their own secrets.
They just were like, we'll keep our own. And
we'll keep yours and we'll keep ours.
Yeah, it's a free trade agreement.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they were going WikiLeaks on people's secrets.
Well, no wonder.
Because they're
like, hey, we won't tell anyone, but you won't tell anyone, right?
Yeah. Shouldn't you be telling your secrets to Winnie the Pooh? Like
what?
Well, like no, do you know what I mean? Like someone pure.
Right. Okay. Winnie the Pooh came out of left field for me.
Well, because he's such a pure, like.
Right. You mean like some kind of character in your life?
Like it should be a pure, innocent,
pure elf, like some kind of
it should be an
a
elf
mythical
or something.
Thing that is not a middle-aged man who's vowed to never have sex.
Yeah, but is actually having sex with illegal. Yeah. So it's like, why
am I telling him?
And then
he's probably the least qualified person.
Yet it's funny, we told them all our secrets. They failed to monetize them and then just got the collection plate instead.
Right. I see what you mean by monetize them, as in like they didn't make the initiative of like maybe I can't tell people his secrets because that'd be unethical, but I can offer him
Yeah.
Zoloft
Yeah.
on cheap pharmaceutical deals
if they had enough, if they had just collated their data
and made an assessment.
and made an
Tim's
assessment,
come in for weeks. He said this and that.
they could have
Sad,
targeted
the wife,
ads at the church.
He needs Viagra and
Yeah.
Zoloft and a penis pump.
Yeah.
I'm not revealing his secrets, but I am going to offer him these products.
So I have kind of revealed his secrets because I'm offering him a dick pump at a reduced rate. Do you see how that?
Yeah.
It's sort of like the targeted ad is the same,
right?
Because it's a gentle ribbing. It's like suicide pod. Like you're saying, I'm that much
depressed.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It reveals because, like, say if you're watching, videos on your YouTube with a friend, and then the ad before is for the suicide pod. It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
because now your friend's like, man,
what's going on?
Are you okay?
Yeah,
it's like Google technically didn't reveal your secrets, but they did.
Right, I see what you mean. Yeah,
because the target
you can deduce the secret.
That's where the gentle ribbing.
That's why it's gentle.
Yeah,
it's not saying you are depressed, flashing. It's going Zoloft's interesting. It's on sale at the moment.
Yeah, it's
like I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
It's like a friend just coming up to you apropos of nothing and just going, "Yeah, what antidepressant are you on? What kind?"
Yeah, and you're like, "I'm not on any."
Were you going to ask me if I was on it first?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they've already made the assumption.
You're insinuating that you're sad.
Yeah.
And need serious psychological help.
It's a gentle ribbing.
Yeah.
Like if a friend just came up and was like, "Man, I got Zoloft if you want." You'd be like, "What do you mean, dude?"
Yeah. What? What makes you say that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is it because I'm not able to connect with people?
Is it because I cry a lot?
Yeah. Is it because I was crying at Grilled?
Yeah.
I always do that. It's because I'm happy.
You spend a lot of time at Grilled, though.
I'm happy when I get zucchini chips.
so many topics come back to Grilled.
When I do kill myself, I want to be embalmed and put on display at a Grilled.
Yeah.
Like a coffin, like Lennon. But people could put bottle caps in me and it reanimates me.
Right.
And then I eat their zucchini chips.
I think you'd be happy with that, legitimately.
Well, you'd live forever.
At Grilled.
In a embalmed form, yeah.
Yeah, sounds good, yeah?
Yeah. We'll open up another one.
Like Lennon. Because you do think of Lennon, like in that weird cover. They're just like, as a continuing source of inspiration.
He's not at a restaurant, though, I think.
No.
At the goulash place.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
At a discount goulash.
Yeah.
Dispensary, just Lennon. Like, you get cheap goulash. But I respect the guy. But yeah, I think that the church was sitting on a gold mine that they didn't use.
Of advertising revenue.
Of advertising, they just didn't know.
Or product, sales. Targeted. Could have been the original targeted.
They had everyone's secrets.
Yeah.
Everyone's. Google has everyone's now, but they knew what to do with it.
Yeah, they were smart.
The church, but still the church, one of the richest organizations.
Yeah, they were doing something.
God knows what.
I
don't know where that money came from.
Yeah.
Is it just the confessional thing?
They bought a lot of land.
Just the plate on it?
The plate, yeah.
That plate, there wasn't much in the plate.
Yeah.
I only
saw a lot of prime real estate in cities.
Yeah.
Churches. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up. But thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to be putting up some shows that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing some shows. I'm going to do some shows in Sydney, Melbourne, and Perth and stuff towards the end as the year goes on, because I haven't been to those places. And you're going to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
So if you're listening and you're in the UK, Dan Rath will be doing Edinburgh this year. Godspeed over there.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot.
It's good. What a great place.
Good times.
Never been.
You'll see. Anyway, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.